Over the weekend, tens of thousands of Old School fans tuned in to watch the Deadman Autumn Final unfold. Today I'm going to be going over the highlights of the event, taking you from the moment Permadeath kicked in, all the way through until the winning Deadman claimed the $20,000 grand prize. As Permadeath began, we saw the usual scenario. Clans and teams sticking together and avoiding conflict for as long as possible, while trying to get in the best position they can for the final areas. Once again, the two final areas for this tournament were the Falador Crossroads and the Anakal Ruins, with half of the players participating automatically assigned to one of these two locations. With clans and teams playing it safe until the later stages, we were lucky enough to see a few interesting 1 vs 1 encounters play out on stream. Kemp Q, who was one of 3 players competing live from the stage in the ESL studio, had forgotten a stamina potion just as his clan was making a move. On his solo trip back to Edgefield Bank, he was caught off guard.
In these multi-fights, it's really important that you have some sort of food to combo with. If he starts taking a lot of damage in these multi-areas,
he's being caught.
Yeah, he gets caught out over towards the bank.
By the Zuriel staff, no less. Oh my gosh, 60 VLS off the bat. But it's very difficult to fight. Can he get away here?
Looks like he's managed to catch the freeze.
He's
is he going to decide to
so
fight, or
he
is he
could
going to
teleport
run?
if he has a teleport, but it looks like he's going back to the wilderness to find his clan, hoping not get caught up by someone else.
The same player who tried to take down Kemp was later seen chasing down a level 89, who managed to steal away one of the chest drops.
9.
Please grab it,
Is he going to hightail the loot and get out of there?
He has! Oh wow, he's got it! He's going to
Off he
attack
goes.
straight on him. He's level 89 combat, double D high, he's not the best defense, but his bald-headedness, he's going to get away. No, he's been frozen. The VLS coming in, almost killed him
This
from
is
half
the
hit
same guy
point.
who was, there's no way Crazy Taxi's getting
Yeah,
out.
I think the only thing that's crazy about this taxi is how he's going to die.
Poor Timmy, his whole week he asked his mom to get off school. Mom, I want to grind in, man. I want to make it to the final area. And Crazy Taxi,
57!
And there he is.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get away there. But the question is, what did he drop?
As the timer ticked down and the fog crept in, we began to see the occasional stragglers caught out. And finally, we reached the very late stages and the clans made contact, exploding into all-out war.
So that's why the action is literally just instantly impacted here. You can see it's so explosive. There's so many damage hits everywhere. People in the right prayers. You've got a lot of protect from magic here.
Oh wow, these two clans are actually ganging up on the north and western one, people that Newgate.
See, they just completely split into them, just pincered them.
As the numbers rapidly dwindled, we started to see more and more familiar names fall.
Just things as you're saying, graphics. He's taking a lot of damage.
he's
He's
one
down to
hit
his
point.
final couple of hit points left somehow, finding a way to
the
survive.
staff, though.
Desperately trying to throw some blood barrages around,
He's
trying
got
to
the
heal.
staff.
Swaps over to robes and somehow
How is he
everybody's just hitting
tanking?
zeros on him.
How is he tanking still? He's in robes. I can't believe it. And the throwing axe is coming in. Oh,
Redemption
wow,
prayer,
that
keeping
was
alive for the time
classic.
being.
Oh
And there,
no.
Graphics has
With one of the players on stage at the ESL studio, cutting it about as close as you can get.
Falling
Only
here.
15 people left to go. Can he stay
Come on,
alive
Curtis.
long enough? He
You
only
still
has-
got 2 sips of brew. Come on, sip. Chug that brew. Stay alive. You got this, Curtis.
And I see someone next to Curtis actually BSing, backstabbing across the round. Look at him with the zero staff, casting barrage rings desperately. So is
Healing
Curtis.
off his own
And he's
record.
moved. He's done it just about with 2 brew doses left.
And a quick fun fact, Torvesta was actually the last person to die in his final area. So close, yet so far. And just like that, the wars were over and it was time for the 1v1s to begin. At the start of the 1v1 phase, Modaiza confirmed that Weed Blazers had the most players remaining, closely followed by Lit and then Fools. But now everything comes down to the skill of the individual players. During the first round, we saw some great moments, with Boaty getting a clean kill with a Statius Warhammer whack.
At some point. 48, was that a spec? I believe it was. Damage reduced now, defense reduced rather, and there you go, straight off the bat, hitting the 31s, the smite is up. Really confident run now, 25 as well. He is destroying this guy, 48 KO. And that is the power of the Warhammer and the special attack.
He just bopped it.
Immediately after, we jumped over to watch skill specs. He had a unique setup using the Amulet of the Damned with both a full set of Darok and Carols. However, in his own words, he was up against a raid boss.
No, he's down through the prayer as well, the VLS. Oh, he's going to smash him again, the 33.
Unfortunate.
Not much you can do against that VLS, showing the true power of the ancient weapons.
And just moments after we saw skill specs dropped, MMORPG was taken down with an AGS slap.
Oh, no way! That guy had no food left.
And from there, it didn't take long for the remaining fights to finish up. Moving into round 2, we saw Boaty face off against Gazing Reaper in what turned out to be a brilliant and very close fight.
Just trying to hide his spec attack, right? Drink the super combat, that'll hide your swap over to the melee and just trying to catch his opponent off
Oh,
guard.
there it was!
Brings his opponent down to 28 HP and
Right opposite. Now, Adam down to 4 sharks, 1 Crowman.
45 hit there.
Yikes.
only 10 HP, one
Again,
good hit from Gazing Reaper and it's all over.
Oh, so close. The thing is, that start, the 10% accuracy, it's definitely
There
going
it
to
was.
be
Barrage is healing up a little bit.
He needs to catch those freezes.
Is this going to be a
Hit with your hammer?
Oh, nice prey melee right at the right time. And now Adam's still got his specs, so he's full spec. Why is he not using it? It's too late. Oh my gosh.
By the time that fight had finished, all the other fights in round 2 had more or less been finished up. And round 3 kicked off with You Never Learn, a previous Deadman mode winner, taking on Solo Mission, an old school YouTuber and streamer who you should definitely check out.
Guys, they both have 2 restore potions, so against the redemption from You Never Learn. Potentially the vengeance is up though. Oh, no chance.
Bolt into the face.
There you go. That was anyone's game right there.
Next up, we watched a surgical win by Walk the Walk, aka Barnes, followed by a succession of extremely close matchups to finish off the round.
Oh, cool by hits a 0 as well. Catches the freeze, what he needed. Finish him off with a vengeance. Redemption goes up. Oh, it's still in the fight then, I guess. Cool Boy down to 25 hit points. Walk to 50. Maybe he can finish him off here with the VLS. Oh, a 36.
And as
easy
that
for
fight
him.
comes to an end,
Down to 11. Both players out of food. D-level, he might drop here.
He's not showing his prayers, and hopefully, if 6 Sheep can get the combo off, he's going to get this fight very easily. He's going to get
AGS back hero, AGS
I mean,
back
the
hero,
fog,
AGS
no
back.
redemption. Oh, no. They had Spec left as well. He could have gone for the Spec last minute, hit a 50 or something, got the fight. It's unfortunate for him. Looks like Shady Records versus Chance, Brid versus Tank. This might be the first tank we see to go through, having the advantage of the Warhammer, I guess, unless Shady can get some lucky hits off here. It's all for nothing. The redemption comes in, Chance out of food, but no prayer right now. Oh, the 34!
Wow.
Beautiful!
Manked pulled off a decisive win against 94 Mage to start off round 4, followed by a close matchup between Barnes and Wise Devil.
End up falling in the top 8. But right now, it looks like that's all she wrote. I think he's going to win this fight, despite the 31s. A little bit too little, too late.
Yep.
And Manx goes through to the top 8, I believe.
So with a lot of supplies remaining as well, he completely dominated this
There
fight
it
from
is.
start to finish. 94 Mage, your tournament run is over. Congratulations to Mank. He advances over towards the top 8, and 1 shark as well for Barnes, so it's going to come down to the wire.
Oh,
Down to
the
very end. That
47.
that
There
might
we
be the
go.
difference maker.
That was at 4. Oh, he could have killed him there, actually. There was a K opportunity on like 30 HP.
Charge up that
Yeah,
VLS.
30%, I
ready and
can see
wait.
it.
Once he gets unfrozen, he's going to unload.
Definitely, as soon as he's unfrozen. Although the 26, off the Blood Barrage, 2 Wise Devil. Oh my
wow,
god, no
Wise.
way!
As we moved into the quarter-final, we saw Manked facing off against Wise Devil, with Manked relying entirely on ranged and magic to try and take the win.
The 28 on the right prayer now. He's starting to panic a little bit. He's catches freeze desperately. The wrong prayer again. Wise of the ACB hitting a 0, unfortunately. The Spec 43. Let's go for him. He's come back like 6 food down, I think, and actually completely turn this fight around.
Blood Barrage and Desperation just trying to heal. I need a little bit of hit points to try to stay alive as Manked, even the Heart Pair being thrown up, but still Wise Devil
There
lots
is
of
a
sharks
four.
left,
He's
and
smacked
there's
to the
the
head and
KO.
he's out.
And then we saw Gazing up against Luke. Both players had similar setups and were matched on food.
But down to 1 shark each on 60 HP. Looking at Spec as well. One's got 25, one's got 20. So that's 2 Spec each, potentially, with the VLS.
And keep in mind, Azu, he's poisoned right now. Gazing Reaper, because he's got the combo runes in his inventory, he could use that smoke barrage, and with the Zuriel staff,
now it hits
starts
8
at
now,
8.
doesn't it? So
and
that's a
especially
huge
when
amount
that
of damage.
fog starts coming in, that consistent damage. We've seen how close these fights can.
Well, down to 0 food now. Luke trying to he's caught that freeze, trying to get underneath, trying to do his best he can to come back. The 31, that's a great comeback. Now Gazing has got his special attack out. And there it is.
And just like that, we were down to the final 4 players. By this stage, all of the competitors had extremely strong setups and had more than proven their skill by avoiding death this long. The first fight we watched was Jelka up against Gazing, with both competitors using a Tribrid setup.
Fools.
Yeah, Gazing
Gazing
is with Fools. Joker is with Weed Blazers.
Wow, so both very prolific 1v1ers. Obviously, some of their best members have been kitted up.
wow, 58 VLS.
That's what we've been
straight
waiting
to the
for.
heart.
Now, at this point, I don't think
That's
Joker
it.
can really do much here, apart from VLS back. A 43, not bad to be fair, but down 5 sharks, it's going to be very difficult to come back.
When you have the ACB in your repertoire and your opponent
You
doesn't,
wanna
you
use
want to
that.
create space, right? You have that out DPS with the ACB, just major
And again,
range and bring
he's
it down to
heard
a
you, man.
hybrid
He's heard
fight.
you. He's going for the barrages, stepping
like
away,
this guy.
putting on the tag.
Oh, there we
and
go.
there it is. Playing really, really well there. Looks like Blazers go forward into the final.
Next up was Sir Piebolt versus Wise Devil. Piebolt had an impressive setup with both the Armadillo, Chainskirt and Chestplate. With this matchup, both players were Fools members, so it didn't last too long. Wise Devil took the loss and let Piebolt proceed to the final unhindered. Out of hundreds of players participating, 2 remained. Jelka and Sir Piebolt. Who took away the grand prize? Well, let's find out.
Straight into it, straight into the action, catching a freeze straight off as well.
Oh my
Perfect.
wow.
And a 42 VLS spec, that's 2 great hits.
Off parade, double click his prayers. They're taking this promo for a second. Unfortunately, the 0 though.
He's got to feel so scared whenever he switches to rogues, right? Just mitigating his melee defensive bonuses as Piebolt says, now it's my turn. He unleashes some VLS damage onto his opponent, trying to take control of the tempo of the fight. Just take a look at the supplies remaining for each player. Piebolt, of course, with lots of food remaining. Maybe there's some on the floor for Jelker as he's down to just a couple of sharks and 1 Karambon.
Right there, the Vengeance again, hitting a 30 back at him, plus a combo with a 30 VLS. CB or Vault Vengeance doing absolute work right now, and he still has 20% spec versus 10%, like you said before. If Joe gets that spec, he's got a bit more KO potential, and I think if he wants to really, completely win this fight, he needs to really utilize that spec as much as possible. Just this Armadillo, 0 catch rate for Joker right now, even with the right gear.
Wow, that was a nice hit though.
But almost
wasn't even
killed himself as well.
Yeah.
He could actually kill himself there. If
Wasn't even a spec as well. He still has a VLS spec to use. This Joker on the mage free. He catches the freeze, swaps over to the VLS, back to mage. Try to catch his opponent off guard. Can he hit with the spec? It's a 31, does use it there, as now both players with the same amount of special attack percentage remaining, but Joker has no food left. He just got 25% spec. There's still a chance for him. A big VLS hit could turn the tide here.
Keep in mind as well that obviously the ACB does have a special attack on it, so he can one-team if he wanted to, which will be which obviously his opponent won't be able to pray or predict coming either. Joker going for the spec, 36, not bad. They're down to no supplies each right now. It's really, really close, but obviously C does have that vengeance. If it comes in any second now, there's only the 9. Joker's only just standing in there, but starting to panic a little bit. Got the Varric Skull on trying to catch freezes. Can he catch the freeze? He needs to catch it. There it is. Nice. He's got a slight chance now to come back. 60 hit points down. There's the Venge, but he's still alive. That's all that matters right now. 28. Oh my god, he's doing really, really well to come back, like 70, 80 HP.
Oh, this could be the biggest turnaround I've ever seen.
He has no spec left for either player, and there it is.
Oh no!
33, so close. My gosh. Again, like I said before, the Armadillo. Fantastic ending for him.
Guys, we have a winner.
And there we have it. So Piebald, a member of Fools, clinched the victory. What an incredible final. It really could not have been any closer. The comeback from Jelka was remarkable, but unfortunately just not quite enough. Congratulations to Sir Piebald, and my deepest apologies for definitely saying your name incorrectly for this entire video. With the final out of the way, you know what that means. The Deadman winter season is live. Twitch Prime subscribers, you can play the entire month of the season for free. You still have until September 18th to claim your free month of membership. The winter season brings some exciting changes along with it. In the autumn final, we saw the introduction of PvP weapons turn the entire week on its head. Well, in the winter season, both PvP weapons and armors are up for grabs. Many key drops have been made much more common, such as Abyssal Whips, God Wars Uniques, Visages, Ward Shards, and more. Defenders are now 1 in 25 to limit the amount of time you have to spend in the Death Trap, known as the Warriors Guild. There has never been so many reasons to jump into a Deadman season, so what are you waiting for? Log in and get started. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this summary of the tournament, and I wish you the best of luck in the winter season.